The MV Agusta 350B, Bicilindrica, was a series of motorcycles produced by the Italian manufacturer MV Agusta from 1970 to 1974. The motorcycle was first introduced at the Milan Motorcycle Show in 1969. The introduction of the 350 model was intended to bridge the production gap of MV Agusta in the medium displacement sector and to take advantage of the prestige gained by the dominant GP racers. It was produced in Sport, Gran Turismo and Scrambler versions. The series was replaced by the MV Agusta 350 Ipotesi in 1975. The 4-stroke parallel twin OHV engine was derived from the existing 250 twin-cylinder, the bore being increased by 10 mm to 63 mm to give 349 cubic centimeters displacement. Featuring alloy barrels and heads, the cylinders were inclined forward by 20 degrees. Two 24 mm Del Orto carburetor fed fuel to the engine, which had a compression ratio of 9.2:1. Lubrication employed a wet sump. Power output was 27 bhp, 20 kilowatts, at 7,600 rpm. A geared primary drive took power to the wet, multi-plate clutch. The unit construction gearbox had 5 speeds, and final drive was by chain. For the chassis, MV's usual single-beam frame and steel tube and sheet metal was used. Telescopic forks were used on the front, which because of the oil damping, were called oleohydraulic forks by MV. Rear suspension was by swinging arm and twin shock absorbers. Brakes were drums front and rear, and spoked wheels were fitted. In 1972 the machines were fitted with electronic ignition and had cosmetic changes. These models were designated Electronica. The 350B Sport was the most popular model of the range with its sporty appearance and agile handling. A racing tank and hunt seat were fitted with clip-on handlebars. The machine was finished in red with chrome fork legs, side panels, mudguards and headlight. It retailed at 510,000 lire in Italy. In 1972 the updated 350B Sport Elettronica was introduced. As well as electronic ignition, it gained a new petrol tank and larger side panels. A sports fairing, Carinatura, kit was available as an extra. 2,083 Sport Elettronica machines were produced. A less sports-styled version was also offered, the 350B GT, also known as the 350B Turismo. It had a larger tank, a more conventional seat and higher handlebars. Frame, forks, mudguards, and headlight were painted black. Various colors of tank were available. 300 machines were produced. Introduced in 1972, the MV Agusta 350B GT Elettronica had a new tank, larger side panels and electronic ignition. 646 machines of this variant were produced. Introduced in 1972, 350B Scrambler was an off-road scrambler-styled machine. Using the Elettronica specification engine, the machine had high-level exhaust pipes, raised handlebars, and high front mudguards. The machine was aimed at the U.S. market, but only 217 models were produced. Produced for Italian law enforcement agencies, a special version of the 350B GT, the 350B Polizia Urbana, was fitted with a single seat, a windshield and panniers. Optionally, crash bars, a siren and direction indicators could be fitted.